this feeling I can leave.
I don't know. I don't know why it would be. I haven't changed anything. That's fucking annoying. YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What the fuck does that mean? God damn it. I don't want to have to reset this whole mother friggin' thing up. So it's shit quality. It's not streaming at all. Okay, so working now. I think what was happening was I'm downloading the new Zelda at the same time that I'm streaming. So I think that might have been the issue. Cool. Okay, let's get this thing going. Let's pump those likes up. Let's pump those views up. Let's pump it up in general. Okay. So I apologize, guys, in advance for the coughing, the stuffed nose, the sniffling that you are going to hear and have to witness throughout this video. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm quite ill right now, unfortunately. I just got back from my friend's wedding in Mexico. I was part of the wedding party. It was a great time in Sayulita. If you have not been to Sayulita, highly recommend. It's very cool, little, pretty cool little town, little surf town. Unfortunately, on the trip, we had some issues, right? So my girlfriend got quite sick. One of my friends has a little kid that's climbing all over my girlfriend, hanging out with us and coughing and sneezing all over the place. And if you have kids or been around kids, you know they're just a vector for sickness and germs and yuckiness. So I think that is the issue. That's how she got sick. And then naturally you're hanging out with your significant other and they're sick. You probably get sick. Now, I did try and tell her that my immune system is simply too strong to get sick because I wasn't getting sick initially. And she's like, how are you not getting sick? You should be getting sick. I'm like, I'm just too strong, right? Like my neck is too thick. My arms are too large, right? I squat too heavy. It wasn't going to happen, right? But of course, flew home. As soon as we got home, I got hit like a truck. Probably the combination of the airport and flying. Here we go, getting a little dumperooski. A little dumple stillskins. Send it to zero swiftly, please. So yeah, it's kind of moving through me right now. Started with a sore throat, then a headache and nose congestion. Now I'm getting a cough. Just in time for my next trip to Miami. Can't friggin' wait. But all that being said, I'm going to power through here. I'm going to do my best to get a stream out here for you guys. I probably would ideally like to get 2 videos out before I have to go to Miami. I'm flying on Thursday, but I'm only gone for 4 nights. But as you guys know, the Mayne Vacation Volatility Index, it never fails. It never, ever, ever fails. So I went to Sayulita on Thursday of last week, right here. So this is when I went on vacation, right here, and you can see what happened to price. So anytime I seem to go away, we seem to get a big move. It's just like Murphy's Law at this point. I really don't understand it, but it is what it is. It happens. So maybe we will get another volatile move when I am in Miami. If you're in Miami, you want to come to the Kampai Panda Karate Combat event, shoot me a message. I'm going to do some sort of giveaway, but if there's not a ton of people who are interested, I might just give the tickets away to, people who message me. But so volatility, generally what happens when I'm away, you can see we have this down move finally from this resistance area. So as you guys know, if you watched our last video, if you stay on top of the streams, if you are actively following my stuff, you know that we were shorting up here. I ended up shorting Ethereum. Around 1975 is when I posted the trade idea in Telegram. I got some fills before that. Obviously, fill before you shill. Always. But it moved quite aggressively down. Closed all of that. Very nice trade while I was away. Made me not feel bad about not being on screen because I shorted very close to the top. But we were bear biased on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you guys remember, we had our H12 bearish shift in market structure. So I was looking to short a lower high, right? That's always the plan. When the range is bearish, I'm looking to short a lower high in the premium, which means above 50% of the range. So if this is 50%, this is all in the premium. You're now looking for a reason to get short up here. Simple as that, right? We had our bearish order block, and then the hourly gave some signals. I ended up taking Ethereum, but BTC posted a very nice short. Two of them were there for you. And I know a lot of you guys got into these trades because you're posting in the wins channel, right? So I love that fucking channel. I love going in there every few days and seeing all the wins you guys are having. A lot of you guys are trading the stuff I'm sharing on pairs I don't even talk about. You're trading on Forex pairs. You're trading gold. You're trading silver. You're trading the S&P 500. You're obviously trading crypto and altcoins as well. It's amazing. That's my number one goal. Since I decided to kind of get active on YouTube and things like that, is to help people learn to trade, not just, be reliant on me or someone else to copy, but actually make your own decisions, take your own trades based on your own analysis, right? Because I always talk about this. It's only going to really click for you when it's in your own charts. I can post all the shit all day long. Until it's in your charts, you're not going to really know if you're figuring it out or not. So this is a perfect segue into the sponsors of these streams. So I see a lot of you guys are trading on Prime. A lot of you guys are trading Euro USD and cable and all sorts of Forex pairs and things like that on Prime. You can do so with crypto, no KYC required. If you want to help me out, you want to support these streams, you want to support me, the most direct way to do that right now is to sign up on my link in the description of this video. Input code Mayne50 in the promo code section, throw some money in there and start trading. That's the best way to support me. I get a kickback for that. That's the money I use to pay for streaming equipment, new cameras, green screens, which I was too lazy to set up, the editor, who everyone loves and who's so important to this channel, making those shorts, those Instagram videos, YouTube shorts, the clicks, the jokes outros, the condensed streams. Those are all for the editor. I pay him a lot of money because he does such a good job. So if you want to support me, you want to support the editor, that's the best way to do it. So now that we've broken down on Bitcoin, right? We had the short opportunity here. We've now made another down leg. So what am I looking at now? I'm now looking at a fresh H12 range, right? And I posted about this as this low was forming. I said, we are waiting for a swing low to form, right? I want to see a swing low form here. Then we have our range. And then what am I doing? Price comes in, makes the high, makes the low. I'm now waiting for a move up into the mid-range and above and looking to potentially short another lower high. Because I personally think that we trade into this gray weekly order block. I would like to see us trade deep within this weekly range into here for a potential higher low and for potentially, another move up at higher prices. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Obviously, it does not have to happen. So when I posted this, right, you can go on Telegram. It's all in there, time stamped. I posted when this low was forming. I posted this SFP and I drew a squiggly line where? Right up to here. What is this gray area? This is the 12-hour order block, right? That took us below all of these lows, broke market structure. So this is the area that I'm looking to potentially short. Just like here, this was the 12-hour order block that caused the move down to take out the lows, break market structure. We're looking to short a retest, right? Exact same thing over and over and over again. Now, like I've said in Telegram and on etc., I'm not just blindly shorting this 12-hour zone. You can. If you want to short here, you absolutely can short here. Okay? Stop either above the OB or above the market structure high. But as you guys know, I like to get in with some form of confirmation. And I like to find that confirmation on the lower time frame. Right? So, sorry, I'm chewing gum. It's probably super loud and annoying. I'm sorry. So generally, what am I looking for? The low time frame trend to shift in line with the high time frame trend, right? My entire strategy is based on that principle. If we are in a downtrend on the 12-hour, okay, lower highs and lower lows, and I'm looking to short for the next leg down, which I think goes to here. I'm waiting for price to retrace into an area of interest based on the 12-hour range, like an order block or a fair value gap or a breaker, right? And then I'm looking for the low time frame to give me a sell signal to get involved and help me define my risk tightly and to just give me a clue that my thesis is correct. Because if my idea is correct, that this 12-hour is going to make another leg down, right? The H1 is going to switch into a downtrend, okay, before this makes another low here, right? So the H12 is in a downtrend, and well, guess what this is? This is an uptrend on the H1. But I need that uptrend to flip into a downtrend. Now we're back in sync with that high time frame. Bob's your uncle, right? It's the entire basis of what I do. So that's all we're looking for here. We're waiting on the H1 to see. We got an SFP here. Are we going to get a sell fractal? You could argue we have one already forming right here. Or are we going to maybe run this high or this high? So just because we've come up into this order block here, it does not necessarily mean that it has to make a new low here. Like if you look here, we came up into the order block, sold off, came right back into it, and then made the new low. But we can dick around in here for a while, just like this did. You had 1, 2, 3 taps of the zone. We can also run this range high and fail and get back in and go down. We can roll over from here. I ideally would like to see an SFP of this high. Okay, so yeah, we have the 1 hour SFP, but what I would like even more is like an H12 SFP. So maybe this next 12-hour candle, which closes in 11 hours from now, right? This would confirm, if it closes how it is, this would confirm a swing high. I would like to see maybe a run above there and then a close below. That would be a higher confidence trade. Now you can take the trade based on the hourly alone. You do not need the 12 hours confluence, but I prefer to have the 12 hours confluence as opposed to just entering based on the H1. This is a little bit of a tricky area, okay? Because yeah, we're finding some resistance here, but the dollar's, selling off a little bit. Stocks are kind of coiling around those, the key level there. So it's a bit of a tricky zone. The other thing to consider as well is we had a weekly SFP here, right? We had a weekly SFP here on Bitcoin. Like, is this just this? I've seen about 10,000 variations of this chart on Twitter, and I posted one myself, right? Is this just a deviation? And we're going to rip again, right? Run the lows of the consolidation, run out all the lows, reclaim, fucking send it, cuz. Maybe. I think that this move had a whole lot more momentum and a whole lot more spot buying pressure than this move does. So I don't think that it's the same. I think where the moves happened also matter, right? Here, we were breaking through, this range high. Here, we're into the first significant level of weekly resistance, right? So we had this range high here. We had a big range reclaim, a little bit of a pullback off the range high, bang. This is key resistance here. So I don't know if the result will be the same, and we're just going to see this be it. That was the buying opportunity, and we're going to make a new high. We could. So that's why I said, in my tweet and in my posts on Discord, I can't discount this as a possibility. It is a possibility, right? It is a possibility. But I don't think that the context is the same, and I think that contexts matter more than patterns, right? I talk about this all the time with SFPs, where it's like, why does one SFP do this and another SFP do nothing, right? Well, what is the context around the SFP? Where did it happen, right? Things like that, to me, are more important than the pattern themselves, right? And a bullish SFP in a downtrend is not going to give you the result that same result that a bullish SFP in an uptrend is going to give you, right? So a little bit of a tricky spot. Absolutely. We have this weekly SFP, which I have to respect. And that's why it's so convenient, if I go back to my old chart here, that the levels I'm working with just happen to be the exact same, right? So if I delete all these levels, I'm going to add back this SFP level. Okay, so all the levels I have here on the weekly, this is your weekly bearish order block. Here's a weekly breaker, okay? So this is the weekly SFP level. Well, what is this? This is a 12-hour bearish order block. But if we flip this, it becomes a 12-hour breaker, right? This was a bullish order block here. Once it flipped and sold through, guess what? Now it's a bearish breaker. Sell off. This is a bullish order block. Failed, becomes a bearish breaker, right? That's what a breaker is. You have your order block here. Okay, you have your breaker here, right? Does that make sense? It's like a failed order block, whatever you want to fucking call it. A flip, I don't know. I don't care what you call it, but it's the same level. Okay, so the same level that I have as the area where we could reject also happens to be the area where if we start closing above here, I think the likelihood of us making a new high is much higher. So, and that's the exact same premise as what I was talking about earlier, right? If the 12-hour is able to put in some bullish market structure here, flip this, make a new high above here, well, guess what? Then I think that weekly uptrend that we are in, because the weekly is still in an uptrend, has a chance for continuation. Because the 12-hour would have went from downtrend to uptrend. And before the weekly makes a higher high, the 12-hour is going to get bullish, okay? So same idea here. It's the same level. So this is the level that caused the low. It's a bearish order block. If we get above it, it becomes a bullish breaker. So that's my bias area, right around this 27,500 to 27,800. Now, the only thing that would, if we get through here, I think I would start hunting for longs. The only thing that would make me get bearish again is if we were to sweep this high and close back below. So we get above here, but then we SFP this high, I'm looking for shorts again. Otherwise, if we get above here, I'm bull biased for actually last month's high. So if you take last month's range here, this would be April's high and low. Right? We've taken out April's low. So if we're able to get, look how clean that range looks. Doesn't this kind of just look like a deviation below April's low? So to me, if we're able to get above here, I think there's a good chance that we go and make a new high. Definitely clear out these highs, but then potentially as high as this high here. Sorry, right in the mic. Probably loud as fuck. Sorry the lighting is fucked. It is summer now here. And the sun beams directly into my office. Basically from 4 o'clock till like 9 or 10 p.m. The sun goes down. I'm in the north, baby, king of the north. So the sun goes down quite late up here. Like peak summer, like in June, July, it'll be bright out until 10, sometimes even a little later. And it is hot as shit outside. It's like 30 degrees Celsius today. And I'm sitting inside with a hoodie on because I got the shivers. It is whack. Speaking of hoodies, check out the Campai Panda merch. I got a bunch of stuff from Ice Bags. I got t-shirts, hoodies, like a rain jacket. It's fucking sick. I need a hat. But I love it. It's great fit. I'm like 6'2". I'm kind of thick right now. I'm potentially starting to bulk again. And what I mean by that is I was cutting and then I got lazy with my diet. I put weight on. So I'm potentially trying to decide, like, it's already basically summer. Like, what am I going to do? Starve myself and not drink beer? Or am I just going to be like, fuck it, bulk all summer and I'll just get shreddy Eddie for the winter? So I'm about 205 right now, about 6'2", and this is a large, I believe. So for sizing wise, and this fits me good. It's a little snug. I could probably rock an XL, but large XL, I think you're good around that size. But what I'm going to be doing is I've got a link for you guys for Campai merch. So if you guys want to buy some Campai Panda merch, I will add the link to the description of this video. And it will be, you get like a little discount. It's nothing crazy, maybe like 5-10%. I'm still working that out, but I'll post the link on Twitter and in the description of this video. And yeah, if you want to buy some Campai Panda merch and you use my code, you'll get a little bit of money off, right? Okay, so hopefully my plan for Bitcoin is super duper fucking clear. I would argue that you could have sold already on the H1. You know, you could sell this retest right here, stop above there, right? This is absolutely a takeable trade. I personally am not interested in shorting this quite here, right? Like my target would be well into this zone, but even to this low, the risk reward is good, right? Just from here. But I want to see a little bit more PA develop, maybe another run of this high, maybe a run of this high. Ultimately, I do think we trade down into here though. So that's my bias. What would change my bias? Break and hold above here, right? And then obviously close through here, no SFP. I'm now targeting 30 and then 32 probably, right? An extension above this high. And if you look on the weekly here, you have a fair value gap here on Bitcoin right here. And you have a key swing high right here at 32. So if we are bullish, right? If we're really bullish and this is the low and we're going to make new highs, this becomes my draw on liquidity. This fair value gap, at the very least, this high. So what does that mean? It means I don't care if I'm not long from here. Here, let's say you get long from, you know, right here. You long this wick because you're a giga chad. Okay. You were the low. Okay. Well, from the low to the next obvious level of liquidity for me is 26%. Let's say I don't get long until we make a higher high above here. We break above, it pulls back a little, and let's say I long, you know, somewhere around here. Okay. Still a 16% move. That is plenty. If the whole move is 26% and I can catch 16% of it, right? Which is over half of the move, you know, 2/3 of the move. That's plenty. I always say this. It's about catching the meat of the move. You do not need to bottom ticket or top ticket. If you can get the bulk of it, if it's going to 32K, I don't care if I longed 28K versus 26,800. I do not care. If you care, by all means, go ahead, try bottom ticket. I hope that you do. But how I trade, I like high probability moves, and I'm just aiming to catch the bulk of the move. I'm not really concerned with catching the entire thing. So That's the plan on Bitcoin. I think it's pretty straightforward. We're watching here. My bias is still to the downside. I want to see a little bit more PA develop. This is a key zone and this is a key high. You have plans for shorts, you have plans for longs. The rest is up to you, right? If we close a 12-hour candle through here, you better be looking to long a retest. And you don't only close that long if we SFP this, right? So I'm short biased right now. Maybe we get another run of the high, right? Otherwise, through here, I'm long biased, and the only thing that would change that long bias is an SFP of this high. Then I would get back to shorts, okay? So that's it for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the chat here. I am dying by the minute. See, now I'm starting to get hot. I was cold, now I'm hot. Fucking whack. Okay. Someone says, let's hear you rant about Canada. I am tired about ranting about how shitty my country is when it comes to adoption of crypto. Listen, I won't take no guff from fucking Americans who got it. You can't trade anywhere either. So fuck you. Like, I got Americans being like, Canada's so cocked. I'm like, you can't do anything either, right? Like, you're also fucked. You know, Binance has left the US as well, right? Binance US is going to be gone, right? If it's not gone already, it's going to be gone. You can't use Bybit. You can use Prime only if you use my link. But you cannot use most exchanges already with leverage. So that seems to be the issue is it's around leverage. It's not around crypto in general necessarily, but it's around leverage. But Canada has implemented some fucked up shit around like how much stuff you can buy and sell and fucking all that garbage. And it pisses me the fuck off. You know, it's like, what are my options? Do I leave, right? Or do I become an advocate for crypto adoption in Canada and try and actually make a change? Or do I just do nothing and just stay where I am and just take it, right? And find ways around. You know, I don't want to have to feel like I'm doing something illegal or shady to just do my job, right? Like to do what I do to make a living, which is, you know, produce trading content. That sucks. You know, but if I complain about it and do nothing, you know, who the fuck cares? Fuck your complaints, right? But if I'm going to do something about it, maybe I will. I don't really want to move, right? Like I have a lot of people tell me, oh, just move, just go to Dubai, just do this. Like I grew up here. My family's here. I like being close to my friends and my family. And, you know, it's more about the regulations I'm concerned about. It's not tax. I made good money before crypto in recruitment and I paid a fuck ton of taxes, right? But I gotta live. Like, are you really wealthy if you can't live where you want to live? Like, are you truly successful if you cannot live where you want to live, right? I want to live close to my friends and family, you know? So it is a tough decision. And maybe you go offshore for a few years and then you come back. There's tons of things you can do. I know a lot of you guys are asking me what exchange I'm going to be moving to. I'm trying out a bunch of different exchanges. I'm actively trading right now on Prime. I'm also trading, I just started testing out Bing, and I'm also testing out BitGet. Okay, so I'm testing out some other exchanges. When I decide where I'm going to take the bulk of my trading, I'll let you guys know. But I've always had money on a variety of exchanges. I just really enjoyed Bybit, and I really enjoyed Binance as well. But I also enjoyed FTX, and look how that went down. So I'll let you guys know. But yeah, fuck Canada sometimes. This guy keeps saying Gensler. I've been DM'd about this Gensler coin. I do not care. I have some buddies who are really good at shitcoin flipping. I'm not one of them. I am a leverage trading monkey. Give me Bitcoin, give me Ethereum, a couple alts. I'm gonna press red or green button. But I got friends who are buying these shitcoins and then they're 2, 3x. They'll put in an F and then it becomes 4F and they sell. And I'm kind of like, that seems nice. Like, let me try that. So like the other day, my friends like, buy this coin. It already went to 0, so I have no problem sharing the coin. It's called like Chick-fil-A coin. And the gimmick was it was closed on Sundays, just like Chick-fil-A. I think I put in 1.5 Ethereum. And when I did, because I did it from a public wallet. Someone DM'd me and is like, Chick-fil-A coin, question mark. I didn't respond because I don't want to be seen as shilling some micro cap shit. I think if a coin has, liquidity and decent market cap, right? Sure, you can tweet about it, right? But if you have a huge account and you're tweeting about some coin with like 100K or 200K market cap, where literally if all of your followers put in $1, it would double the market cap, I think that's a little fucked. But I'm not the judge, the juror, nor the executioner. Yeah. So I bought this coin. I put in 1.5 ETH with slippage and everything. It was down to 1 almost instantly. And then it started to go up. And I went about my day. I was doing stuff. I was sick, so I wasn't on my phone that much. And then my buddy, I go into the Telegram group, and my buddy, I'm like, yo, what's going on with this coin? And he's like, oh yeah, no, pre-salers nuked it. Like I already sold. And I'm like, well, what the heck? What's it worth now? And I checked, and my 1.5 ETH is now worth approximately 0.1. So I don't know what type of percentage drawdown that is, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot. So not for me. Gensler, I have no fucking interest in any of those shitcoins. It's just, I'm not good at it. If you want to DM me the next Pepe, I'll chuck some money at it, but I just never seem to get in the good ones, and I never know when to sell. But like on this one, I don't think I was ever in profit or even close. I just finished someone else's stream trying to get all the alpha tonight. This is an alpha whore here. That's what we like to see. People are just guzzling down the alpha. Okay. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, I'm like Michael Jordan playing the flu game. It's flu Mayne. It's basically the same thing. Means I need to upgrade my internet. Alex, I have the most expensive internet that is available in Canada. Okay. This guy says it means I might be gay. What is the price? Is it above 30K? There is your answer. Insert that image of that African guy right over my face here who goes, why are you gay? You are gay. So funny. Okay. Let's see. Much love from Perth. I'll be in Oz eventually, sometime next year. My best friend moved to Melbourne, so I'm definitely going to go out there more often now to go visit. How about 100% community-driven project like Gesnler? No team, no owner, just people's movement. Yeah, I'm not interested. Momondo Crypto. Sorry. Good luck, though. Less booze, more LSD. Oh God. I had my LSD phase. I had a summer where I did acid like so much. It's amazing I didn't fry my brain. Watching from work. Come on, bro. Do your job. Mayne, thanks for helping all us plebs make it and try and make it. You're the best neck around. Thank you, sir. I will lice all the tickets for you, Jonathan. They're digital, so I don't think you gotta worry about catching my sickness. Hey, Mayne, can you explain why you briefly flip bias at 30K to 32K when we're in a new 12-hour range? Hopefully I've explained that. I'm not flipping my bias yet. If we put in bullish market structure on the H12, then I will consider it. Where would you TP your shorts on Bitcoin? If this is going to roll over, I would like to see it take out the H12 low. But you have some nice lows right here, and then the next draw to me would be that low there. Hi, I'm a piglet. Oink, oink, oink. All right, Caitlin, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Mayne Spood feeds us this alpha. No one does it. Not SZ, not XO. Love those guys, but Mayne has been killing it. Pay attention. He literally tells you exactly what to do to be profitable. William Smiley sounds like a very smart guy. Sounds like someone who's been paying attention. Okay. I like to fly business or first class whenever possible. Yes. Like flying to Dubai, gotta be first class. Otherwise, what the fuck? Too long. Getting a little bit of a sell-off. Send it to zero swiftly. Okay, let's look at some Twitch comments here and then get on the next chart. Hey, daily trend line. I'm not reading after trend line, bro. Come on. Come on. You know we don't do trend lines over here. Horizontal gang. How do I do an H? Is that an H? Oh, yeah. Horizontal gang on the squad. Hey, daily trend line from BTC since 69K all the way down. Match when we dropped on 19.5K on that retest. We are no longer on a bear market, but we would have another drop from 23 to 24K in coming days. Golden pocket, 23 to 24K. Well, it looks like we're looking for the same thing, no? A move down to here. Now, my thought process is very simple, right? If this is the start of a new bull trend, right, we do not want to lose this weekly structure, right? I'm going to use this drawing implement. It's a little more precise. Low, high, higher low, higher high. So if this is the start of a new bull trend, a la like way over here, right? I want to see the weekly maintain the uptrend, which means it can trade really low, but I don't really want to see this low here around, you know, whatever this price is, 17. What's the price here? I don't want to see 19,500 violated, right? That's the higher low on the weekly that I want to see maintained. So what are we looking for? I'm looking for a higher low potentially here. Confluent with that breaker, golden pocket. You pull a fib from here to here. Guess what? Your OTE is right here, right? Below the 50%. It's in a discount. So we're looking at the same thing, but you had to use lame trend lines to say what I say with the horizontal. I've already forgotten how to do it. The horizontal gang. Gang, gang, gang. Feeling like John Moran, about to pull out a gun on the IG Live. What an idiot. What an idiot. That's twice in like 3 months. This guy went to private school, okay? He's played basketball competitively his entire life. Grew up with both parents at home in the suburbs. But he acts like he's from the hood, I guess. Like he throws up gang signs in the games and stuff. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Ridiculous. He's fumbling the bag. He's going to lose hella sponsorships and shit. But how about my Lakers? How about that, Dylan Brooks? You poke the bear, you get diced. Okay? Golden State Warriors, last year's champs, done in 6. LeBron the GOAT, 38 years old, 30 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds in the elimination game. Where was Game 6 Clay? Nowhere to be found. Okay? Nuggets are scary, though. I don't know if we can beat the Nuggets, but I'm all in. I bet on the Lakers to win the championship. I think, like $2,000 for them to win the championship before the trade deadline. So I got really good odds. I think if I'm right, I make like 50 G's. So let us pray. Yeah, Jaw trying to make it out the NBA. Exactly. Dudes in the NBA are trying to make it out the hood, get in the NBA, make it out the hood. He's trying to go backwards. Except for he was never in the hood. I'm not a Lakers fan. I am a LeBron James fan. Wherever LeBron goes, that's where I go. I'm a Raptors fan at the end of the day. I'm from Canada. That's all we got. Exactly. He's like the 8 Mile guy. Your name's Clarence. You went to a private school. Okay. So Bitcoin, very clear, laid out, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're getting the sell-off here. Like this might be it. This is if this dumps down to this low right here, this is going to be super duper fucking clean, right? And I gave you guys all of this in Telegram a couple days ago, right? I posted from down here. I said this, okay? Nobody doing it like me. I promise you. Watch it just insta reverse here as I'm gloating. Okay, so let's look at Ethereum. To me, the price action on Ethereum is very similar to the price action on Bitcoin right now. we shorted Ethereum up here. Okay, it was a failure of this high, right? We traded above this high. I was watching it from my phone. I was in Mexico. I saw us trade above it. Then I saw us SFP and break down, right? So we had the SFP and the break in market structure. After failing at a key level, here's your 12-hour order block right here. Or 12-hour fair value gap on Ethereum, excuse me. So this area is the fair value gap. From here to here, down only price action. We traded up into the fair value gap, put in an SFP, and then once we started closing below this high, I started adding. Stop above here, the invalidation was super clear, and the target was a new low below here. And I closed into this move. So I'm very happy with how that trade turned out. Super clean. And I think that Ethereum is setting up very similarly to Bitcoin here. Now, technically on Ethereum, we have this bullish order block here, right? So we did make a new high. We have a bullish order block on the weekly. We also have a weekly SFP here. So there is potential for us to go up from here. This could be where the low forms. Same as on Bitcoin, right? The key level here that we're rejecting from right now happens to be the same order block that I'm looking at on Bitcoin, also is effectively a potential breaker. So just like on Bitcoin, if we get above here, then I would be long biased looking for this high and then a new high above here. Okay? But until then, I'm looking for potentially another leg lower. And Ethereum has the same breaker on Bitcoin right here. Can draw that out. And we've already tagged it here, right? But I think we could trade lower into this zone while still maintaining this weekly uptrending structure. Okay? So that's all I'm looking for right now. It's the exact same chart basically when you zoom in here. So we'll get all my old lines back here. We have our H12 high to a low. We have our key level here. Get above here. I would be bull bias. Unless we just sweep this high, then I would look for shorts again. Otherwise, I think this is potentially where the lower high forms. And I'm looking for another leg down. Okay? Exact same plan. SFP'd the high within that area. We're getting that sell-off now. So, too early to tell for sure. God, the sun is right in my fucking eyes. But yeah, we're going to see sooner than later here, if this move is going to happen. Starting to sell off. Is this going to accelerate downwards? I don't know yet. We could very well still find a reason to get bullish in here if price does something, right? So we're coming into some potential support here, but maybe we sweep below, right? Maybe we sweep below and then you can look to long. I don't know. But for now, that's the plan, right? More interested above here for longs, and then ultimately above here, because again, I think the upside is super high, right? New highs, last month's high. So if I don't long here, but I long up here, I'm not concerned if I miss part of the move when the upside is, potentially massive. Okay. Can throw on Monday's range here. What did I just talk about? A sweep of this low, that's Monday's low. Right? Same with Bitcoin or Ethereum here. Sweep of this low, potentially Monday's low. So that's absolutely an option, right? If we sweep Monday's low, reclaim, that's a long I will take most of the time. Sweep Monday's low, reclaim, it's a long I will take most of the time. So lots of potential setups here being discussed. One of them's already in play, the short on Bitcoin. See how that turns out. I actually screenshotted these earlier. But those are the two trades, and you can see this one already well into profit. This one would have gotten triggered right as we had that retest here, right there. So that would have been the second setup, and it's moving. So we'll see if that ends up playing out. If you shorted this, I definitely think you could probably take some off already. But down below here, Monday's low, definitely TP some more, especially if it's a sweep. But yeah, Ethereum, Bitcoin, very similar. I would say watch Monday's low would be the next key area of interest potentially for a reversal. So there's a few types of entries that I like, right? Type number one is the actual sweep, right? Type number two is the confirmation entry. Okay. So this would be shorting. This would be the earlier trigger, less confirmation, potentially. So riskier, but definitely better risk reward. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay. The risk reward's not going to be as good, right? But you have more confirmation that your idea is probably correct, increasing your expectancy. Entry number one, entry number two. Okay. When Rollbit sponsor? Rollbit's been ghosting me, man. I wanted to work with Rollbit. I wanted to do the gambling streams. As you guys know, I was starting to do those, but we just couldn't come to an agreement, and I just don't think they're working with anyone else now. And Rookie is basically done. He's turned Magnet Money, which was like a trivia show, into gambling streams where he gives away money, which was my idea, that little son of a bitch. I'm just kidding. Rookie's the homie. But yeah, I still want to do that. If you're connected at Rollbit, let your boy know. Clarence parents had a real good marriage. Yeah, exactly. That's Ja Morant. His real name's Demetrius, not Ja. Okay, so Bitcoin done, Ethereum done. Let's look at Ethereum BTC. This chart's whack. Okay, fucking whack. It's been going sideways for 2 fucking years. 2 years it's been in this range here, right? From here, this is May of 2021 to now, May of 2023. It's been going sideways. So yes, there's been periods where Bitcoin has outperformed Ethereum and vice versa. And if you want to know why I shorted Ethereum as opposed to Bitcoin, is because when I thought the market was turning, Ethereum was coming up into resistance here on the BTC pair. So I thought it was going to outperform to the downside, and that ended up being the case. Ethereum pumped harder and then dumped harder. So where are we right now? If you look at the weekly here, let's just draw all new levels here. You could argue that we had this breakdown, you had this break up, that like this is like our weekly range. So we're just starting to trade. We just eked below the 50%. Okay, we did put in a weekly sweep here. Right? So there is potential argument that, hey, this is going to make a higher low somewhere around here. Go down to the 12-hour, right? This is a huge breaker. I don't like it. But the 12-hour, respecting the zone. Up candle for a down move that took out the low, traded up, retested, now it's pushing up again. So the H12, right, broke down, broke up, bang, bang, bang. The H12 range is here, right? So we came into the discount of the H12 range within that breaker. There's some SFPs here. There's an SFP. This is kind of a breaker, basically, like this candle here. because you have a low here, lower low, break above, retest, bang. So you could argue that this chart is still bullish technically based on how I've just broken it down. But again, overall, sideways for a very long fucking time, but potentially starting to put in some signs of, hey, this might actually, continue going up. We have a big weekly leg here. We've pulled back into it. Bulls want to see us make a higher high on the H12 here before getting horny about, a move up to here. But if we get above here and make a higher high, I'd expect the next leg to take us back to the 082 area, that weekly market structure level. Dollar, okay, we've had this one dialed in pretty good, right? We had this range here. So this is what I mean. You know how on Bitcoin, I was just saying, hey, I want to short, the bearish order block that's, up here for a lower high, right? But if we sweep the high and break back in, I would still look to short. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. So we have a down leg and we traded all the way up through the order block, swept the high, got back inside, bearish, right? Back down. So that's what I mean on Bitcoin as well. Same idea, looking like this, okay? But ran the weekly high, took out the weekly low, big reaction from that weekly SFP here. Zoom into the H12. We had this bearish H12 range that we're still in, okay? From here to here. Came up into this level, we rejected several times, and now finally we've pushed through. So I've been saying this for I don't even know how long. It's been at least a month, right? Because I was talking about this zone way back in April. I'm like, if we get through this zone, I target 103. If we get through 103, I'm targeting 105. And the logic is very simple. This is a bearish order block. Once we broke through it, now I believe it's a breaker. If we make a new high above here, I think we're going to trade up into this high time frame weekly breaker, weekly area, right? This is that weekly high that got run. So this is that high time frame zone. And then potentially lower from here. I don't know. But that's what I'm looking for on the dollar, right? And this is very similar to what I'm talking about on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading below this level. If it gets above it, it becomes a breaker. And then my bias is for higher prices. Again, if we break above here, like we have, I'm bull bias. This is exactly what I meant on Bitcoin. But if we come up to this high and then SFP, then I throw that bullish idea out the window and I look to short this down into a new low. So I'm leaning technically bullish on the dollar towards 103, 105. I would like to see a retest of this zone and then maybe higher prices. If this is going to go lower, like if this is going to stall out here, or maybe it runs this high, then goes lower, even if it goes up here and then wants to go lower, the next area of interest for me on the downside is down here around 98, 99. Okay. So that's the areas I'm watching on the dollar. That's the explanation of my dollar chart. If we get a retest of this zone, I would look to short Euro USD, GBP USD, gold, silver, longs on dollar CAD, dollar JPY, anything where the USD is part of the equation, I'd be looking for trade confluence on. Now, I posted this and a lot of people are like, okay, the dollar he thinks is going up. That's bad for Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be one-to-one inversely always. Look at right now. Both Bitcoin and the dollar are down on the day. Okay? Right? They've both gone down over the last few candles. It's not always like dollar up, Bitcoin down, dollar down, Bitcoin up. So I do believe if we trade up to 105, that Bitcoin does trade lower, right? A big move, right? But in terms of like a tick by tick thing, we're not talking about a big movement here. This move, I think, would be confluent with a down move on Bitcoin though. And that supports my bias. I want to see Bitcoin trade to 23, 24, 25K. Then I want to see the dollar probably trade up. It does not have to happen every time, but the confluence and your expectancy is just better if dollar's at support and Bitcoin is at resistance. That's a higher probability trade than if dollar's going up and dollar is going down and Bitcoin is at resistance, right? It's higher probability if the inverse correlation is there. That's not always there. But if you look over the major highs and lows on Bitcoin, right, they're very much confluent with the major highs and lows on the dollar inversely. Okay. SPX, I drew out this zone a while ago. I'm like, this is the key area. We have 4,200, which is like basically the midpoint of this order block. Clearly a key level here, right? Support, as soon as it got below, resistance, briefly broke above, resistance, resistance, resistance. Very key level. Looking at this right now, it looks like the cheeky play would be to just peak above these highs and then go down, right? Deviate above the level and then go down. Because in my opinion, if we start closing and holding above 42, right, then I think we trade much higher. So I posted about this like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Must have been 2 weeks ago because it's before Mexico. Sorry. This is where the bears have to smack it down in this gray box. Because if they do not smack it down here, I think we trade to this high and, you know, maybe even up to these highs. Could be a new all-time high. I don't fucking know. But if the bears are going to smack it down, it comes from around here, in my opinion. Maybe we deviate above there and then down. I don't know. But that's what I'm watching for on the dollar. You sound terrible. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, like I'm going to end this video pretty quick here. I do not feel good. Yeah, it's been a... I want to go to the gym and shit, but instead I'm dying. Okay. Hey, mate, how exactly is your entry after the sweet BOS retest of the high-low broken, or is it viable to limit enter on the 0.5618? I don't understand the question at all. Two completely different things. I think one of the most common misconceptions people have with ICT shit, right, is they go, well, look, what the fuck is this? They go, look, I drew this perfectly bang on the OTE. Oh my God. I just eyeballed that. They go, look, golden pocket retracement. It's a long, right? Don't tell me that last couple weeks. I don't want to hear that. Okay. That, like, I see this all the time. Golden pocket, it's a long, right? There is any time that this plays out like this, it's because there is some sort of bullish PD array in this price leg. Fair value gap, a breaker, an order block. There's something here that is causing that bounce. Okay. The fib is just like it's like training wheels. Okay. It helps you identify that, hey, these PD arrays, these order blocks, breakers and stuff, if you're looking for longs, the ones that form below the 50%, right, are high probability. They're a discount. That's where you want to be doing your buying, and vice versa for selling. I think it's like training wheels. I think a lot of people just draw the fib and they go, oh, look, golden pocket, right? But then what if it does this, right? You need to look left. There needs to be some sort of PD array. And I would encourage you, if you are someone who uses fibs to get in their trades like this, go look at areas where you're pulling fibs from and look to the left and see if there's an order block, a breaker, a fair value gap, or something there that is confluent with that fib pull of yours. And I bet you'd be surprised to find that that is the case the majority of the time. All right. So that's all I got in me today, guys. I am doing not so great, unfortunately, but I need to rest up. I've got a big trip to Miami coming up. As you guys know, I posted about it. I'm going to be at the Kampai Panda event. I'm also going to be working at the Karate Combat Fight. So if you're interested in coming to that, hit me up. If you live in the area, I might be able to get you some tickets. I'm going to be streaming the entire fight on YouTube. and you'll have my live commentary. I'll bring on ice bags and whoever else is around. I know a bunch of the boys are going to be down there, and we'll shoot the shit and we'll watch people punch and kick each other in the head. That sounds pretty fun. Okay. So, yeah, I will try and get another video up before I go to Miami, hopefully, but no promises. I'm only gone for a couple of days and I got nothing really planned for June. I'm just going to be at home, enjoying the nice weather and hopefully putting a bunch of content out. If you want to support me, use that Prime link in the description, code Mayne50 before you deposit some money. I will drop a link for the Kampai Panda merch. So if you want to buy some merch, use my link and you will get a discount. All right, guys? So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to go eat some food and then lie down. Thank you. Love you. Talk to y'all soon.